Hi everybody and welcome back. So where do we start today's video? There is so much to talk about. I'm sure you are all waiting to hear from me what we think of Cyril Ramaphosa's visit to Britain. But I don't think there's any point in me just giving my opinion or even giving you the opinion of the international media. So I'm going to put it off for a day or two until I have actually spoken to other South Africans and I have read what the likes of the Daily Maverick has to say. However, I think firstly, I want to reiterate to you that I knew nothing about that message Harry and Meghan put out to congratulate Elton John with his retirement when I put out my video on Harry and Meghan's relationship with him, Oprah, Gail, and the others. In any event, I think it was rather strange to congratulate him. Normally, one wishes somebody luck for their future when they retire, and you don't necessarily congratulate them, but never mind. I was actually reading something on taking Meg down a pig's Instagram page when something clicked and I decided to go back into the connections and relationship between the people currently backing the Harkles and the royal family. And here is a secret, guys. I am still busy with it because I think and feel there is even more to it than just those people I mentioned. Anyway, I think that clip cemented the fact that there is at least some element of truth to my video, particularly if you consider the fact that Harry specifically mentioned and thanked Elton John for being a friend to his mother. But even saying that made me think a little. And is it just me, or did you also feel that when Harry said that, he sounded almost juvenile? And I don't mean what he said, but the way he said it. For a split second, he looked like a little boy, and even the lilt in his voice gave the impression of someone being rather childlike. Perhaps Elton still treats Harry like a child. I don't know. But if he does, he has to stop it because Harry needs to grow up and grow up fast. Anyway, until now, I have been very quiet about the Robert F. Kennedy Award Harry and Meghan are about to receive next week, or is it the week after? Anyway, I don't know. It's on the 6th of December. It does not really matter, and I don't care when it is. It is just so disgusting that they are receiving it in the first place. I'm going to quote directly from Kerry Kennedy's speech, in which she explained why she or they, in their lack of wisdom, decided to give the award to Harry and Meghan. She said they went to the oldest institution in United Kingdom history and told them what they were doing was wrong, that they couldn't have structural racism within the institution. They knew that if they did this, there would be consequences, that they would be ostracized, they would lose their family, their position within the structure, and that people would blame them for it. They have done it anyway, because they believed they couldn't live with themselves if they didn't question this authority. What a load of factually incorrect BS, or then dumb, uninformed lies. What a load of delusional crap. Firstly, perhaps Kerry Kennedy should change her name first, because as delusional as she is, someone equally delusional may mistake her initials for something else and add another K to it, accidentally or in their dreams. Anyway, just the first sentence already tells anyone with a brain that this is utter rubbish. If an old institution like the monarchy managed to survive for hundreds of years through wars and depressions, how can anyone think or even imagine that it would take the word or advice of a Z-list actress and a bloke who had to cheat to pass high school? It is absolutely ludicrous. Is KK, as I prefer to call her, even aware that Britain was the first country or nation to abolish slavery? What does structural racism even mean? The structure of the monarchy is the royal family themselves. Does KK even know that as far back as 1818, Britain actually had a queen consort who was described as mulatto or then of mixed or biracial ancestry? Queen Charlotte's ancestor, Madragana, and I'm sure I'm butchering her name, but anyway, was described as Moorish or Mozarab, which at the time meant black. Apparently, KK knows nothing about this and, like Meghan Markle, is unfamiliar with Google. She also apparently have no clue that at the time of Brexit, neither Harry nor Meghan said anything about racism, but instead said they wanted a private life and earn their own money. Ostracized? Does KK know what the word means? Ostracized? Wasn't it Harry and Meghan who agreed to release the Oprah interview when Prince Philip was deadly ill? Yet Harry was allowed to attend the funeral, and everyone bent over backwards and made exceptions for him due to COVID lockdown, just so that he could show his ugly face alongside the rest of the family and walk in the procession. Wasn't it Harry and Meghan who turned down invitation after invitation by the Queen and King Charles to join them at Sandringham and Balmoral? Wasn't it King Charles who offered for them to stay with him if they truly feared for their safety? But instead, Harry and Meghan turned their backs and threw those offers back in the faces of the family, time and time and time again. How many times must a parent or grandparent be hurt before they actually give up? And King Charles, to our irritation and frustration, has still not given up, asking his parliament for permission or to agree to add 2 extra members to the councillors of state instead of kicking his son out. Losing their position? Well, has KK lost her mind? Who does not lose their position when they resign their jobs? Well, perhaps Kerry Kennedy should ask Harry and Meghan why, if they truly cannot live with themselves knowing what they supposedly know about the royal family, why are they so desperately clinging to those horrible, structurally racist titles? Why? Maybe we'll start believing them if Harry abdicates those lucrative titles. Yes, my boy, dearest, has. You have to put your dirty money where your foul mouth is. Otherwise, all your BS means absolutely nothing. The even bigger joke is that this racial justice award is going to a man who wore a Nazi uniform and called his fellow soldiers puckies and ragheads, and a woman who had tried everything she could and could not afford to erase her black ancestry, who had surgery, extensions, hair straightener, and God alone knows what else done to her to not look black or even mixed. A woman who put Caucasian on her CV. A woman who only ever been married or engaged to white men, joined a white sorority, and called herself anything and everything from Italian, Spanish, and French, but never ever black. A couple who is more guilty than anybody I have ever come across when it comes to race baiting and causing divisiveness. They are a disgrace to themselves and the British and American people. This award is making a mockery of all the hard work so many other people have done to erase the damage done by racism in the past. Meghan and Harry love to employ white people in professional and semi-professional positions. So, what about their racial representation, their equal opportunity employment? I cannot understand the logic, if there is any, behind this award, and whether it had been paid for or not is of lesser consequence to me. I cannot and will never understand, and whoever agreed to it is either insane or has their own agenda. Okay, guys, Bookworm had some technical problems today and is under a bit of pressure, so I'm going to run off for a while, but we'll be back with you again shortly. So until then, please behave yourselves. Okay, bye.